Hello, flower friends. It's that time of year again where kids are almost out of school. And if you were a mom and going to be helping run them around to different summer camps and doing all the things, you're probably looking at your time, or maybe this has just been an issue in general, where you're like, where do I spend my time to make the most impact? This is something so many people struggle with because some things feel more comfortable to tackle. Some things feel impossible to tackle. Some things feel like I'm making more impact because I'm actually checking a box and getting more things done. So I want to start with the truth like, not everything really deserves your time. A lot of florists spend time on very low value admin tasks, obsessing and sucking yourself into the Instagram vortex, tweaking tiny details that didn't need to be tweaked, responding to things so fast it's like record time, overcomplicating designs, doing things yourself that someone else could do that would be a better investment than you doing it. But these things can make you feel more productive while not actually getting any momentum or traction on your business. So, busy does not mean it's effective. Next thing that's really important is that, and this is can be like a guiding North Star. Am I prioritizing revenue producing activities first? I was listening to a podcast and it was talking about, they were just asking people how much time did they spend marketing, getting more eyeballs in their business. So, like, how much time did you actually spend trying to get in front of somebody and say, "Look at me, look what I can do, look at how I could help you or service you," etcetera. And these are entrepreneurs that were coaches and they owned brick and mortar, so a wide variety, and they were like, "We spent, like, an hour." We inevitably know getting in front of more people and getting more eyeballs on your business inevitably should get you more customers, because the more people you're in front of is the more exposure that eventually, hopefully, we will end up with. There's more people loving you. There's more people saying yes to you because there's just more opportunity for somebody to say yes. So if something helps you get inquiries, book an actual wedding or an event, increase your shop's average order value, improve the experience of one of your clients or of your clients, or strengthens a relationship with a referral, it deserves more of your time. Examples of these things could be consultations, could be proposals, could be follow-ups, could be networking with a planner, or could be networking with a venue or a photographer. Content that attracts your ideal client is also a great place to spend your time. Refining your offers so that you have offers that you just feel are like a no-brainer, that are very clear, concise on what you do. Or just in general, like spending time improving your sales process. If you spent an hour more on any of these in a week, do you think that you could potentially close more of the customers that you were talking to? You could get in front of, or just have your client experience be so good that somebody's like, "Oh my god, I absolutely love this person because of the experience that you deliver." As a flower shop owner, you often are probably spending time on errands, supply runs, basic processing, organizing tiny little details, responding to every little thing personally. These things may need to be done, but it does not need to be done by you. Just because you can do it doesn't mean you should be doing it. So, stop spending your CEO time on entry level tasks. You need to open up, and I've given this analogy several times in the podcast. I talk about it in the Floral CEO Mastermind often. If you have a plate full of spaghetti noodles, then you try to add more stuff, or you're wondering why the stuff that should be a priority has no time. It is because your plate is full. It's because the noodles are spilling everywhere and there's no room. What does your spaghetti plate look like right now? Is there an actual section that could be carved out? Which means sometimes things need to go. Shitty weddings that aren't inspiring, that don't really add a big amount of impact. Daily deliveries that are draining you, that don't really feel in alignment with what your worth is, for one. You're running around for $30. Or two, aren't inspiring, are basic, and are adding so much stress because you're constantly having to be reactive to your phone and making sure that you're handling all of those things. How can you remove something if your plate is too full to bring in room for growth? Bring in space to strategically spend time on things of impact. Because if you can't figure out that, we have a long way to go. We need space. One of my previous mastermind girls, I saw her at a networking event, and I had preached till the cows come home, literally, about making space for one, for her, because she was working nonstop and she had children and she was just running herself ragged. And I know that she deserved better than that, and that wasn't sustainable. She was doing a lot of dailies, and a lot of them not making the amount of money I felt like she deserved. And I think she would be in agreement that it's not the money that she deserved. And if she wanted to refocus and reassess, instead of doing 100 orders that week and, or doing even, let's just say 50, let's say $100 average order value. Like, she could book one wedding and easily do that. One wedding. And it took a while, but when I saw her at this networking event, she's like, it is so crazy when I finally was coming to the point where I really understood what you were saying, how creative and how much space and how all these ideas and all these just opportunities really that space created. And so if you don't have the space, the lack of vision can very easily be there. There's a million things that could go wrong when you do not have that space. So you need to figure out how you can make the space to be the CEO and not be the minion executing everything. All right. The next is spend more time on what only you can do. So in my business, I lead the vision. I make pricing decisions. I build relationships. I sell. I guide my brand. I decide what business direction we're going in. That is where my time should be. Like, I am the visionary in my company. I do not need to make every boutonniere. And honestly, guys, I don't make a ton in my weddings right now. I have a team that helps me do that. And then I'm able to be the mother that I want to be, the CEO that I want to be. I'm able to lead this podcast and coaching people and putting together opportunities that are next level game changing. And without that, I'd be stuck washing buckets. And yeah, do I wash buckets sometimes? Yeah, of course. Do I sweep sometimes and do those things? Yeah, of course. But I cleaned up at my shop the other day, and it was the first time that I've done that in a long time. because I know that I am a higher dollar, higher value task person. So I need to spend time for the business to make the max amount of money. I need to spend my time on the max amount opportunities, the max amount things that are going to lead to the company growing and being a revenue powerhouse. And that is how I've gotten to multiple six figures while caring for my children, while building the Floral CEO podcast, while hosting workshops, while going to CrossFit, doing all the things, going to pottery class, being a human. It's because I know that I need to spend time on the things that are really important. So I want you to start prioritizing things that make future you and your life way easier. A good use of time would be creating templates, building SOPs, that is standard operating procedures. If there is something that you do in your studio and you feel like you repeatedly repeat it, that is something that would be great to create an SOP around. So you can make a book, you can put pictures in it and say, this is how we cut ribbon handles. This is how we make a dozen roses. This is how we make a boutonniere. Take pictures step by step and explain it and show what the end result is. Because there's nothing more disheartening than coming back and going, you thought somebody knew how to do something and then you have to fix it. Also, organizing rental inventory, setting office hours, tightening up your inquiry process, improving your onboarding. Do you even have an onboarding guide? Like, what's next? That is something so important and is something in the tool library of the Floral CEO Mastermind. I give you all of these tools to help you be more successful that I know work. Build a workflow. This is how we actually do this. I get so cracked because sometimes when I'm coming in, I'm like, okay, we need to just standardize how we do something because it will save time every week. And I'm not having to like being going, seriously, how are we here? What, like, who thought this was a good idea? Or why did somebody think this is different than last week? All right. Then I want you to put your energy into the highest return possible. This could be money, but this could be peace, ease, referrals, building your brand. So an example would be a really great planner lunch and networking with a planner on a higher level would beat 10 random social posts any day. Building a strong process of how you do proposals will beat going in and commenting on 20 random posts in Instagram. A brand photo shoot, like one of them, might create months of content for you. So like that expenditure could feed your funnel of photos and getting you out there forever, like for quite some time. A systems cleanup day might save you hours every week. All right. The next, stop prioritizing urgency over importance. I think the world lives in reaction mode, but florists definitely do. We deal with, flowers. They die, they whatever. We deal with emotional circumstances. So the majority of our transactions are emotion based. Birthdays, anniversaries, especially. Somebody buying flowers for somebody the first time, somebody's wedding, very emotional. Somebody having their kid get married, that's very emotional. So, examples of how we can, like, urgency just always feels loud and important often feels quiet. So, we need, like, urgent things are random emails, tiny tweaks, random asks. Like, I don't go if somebody changes something, I'm gonna change it when we do our final revision. Like, I'm not gonna spend all this fucking time, like, revising their proposal 10 times. No, thank you. It is important for you to revise your pricing, potentially, to follow up with people, marketing, getting eyeballs to your business, resting, planning, putting boundaries in place. This is something that is so important, but we often just spend our time on reacting to people's emails, reacting to people randomly asking for stuff, tiny tweaks and things like that. We spend oodles of time, but we spend no time actually like saying, okay, everybody, I want to get more people in my funnel and I want to get in front of those people. How do I do that? Like, what can I spend my time on to get more eyeballs on my business? All right. Next thing is your piece. And this is something that I am so passionate about because I am a florist business coach that helps people make more money while feeling less overwhelmed. So it is so important to me that people that I'm working with and florists in general have peace. If you guys have ever met me in person, maybe you come to one of the retreats or workshops, or you've watched one of my videos, it is so important to me to not be stressed out. I am peaceful even when things are hitting the fan for whatever reason. I am one calm person. Like, I protect my peace at all costs. And I know from years and years of being reactionary, being like one of those people who was like, I got up every day wanting to fight the world. And I think it was a lot to do with being angry and being frustrated and how I grew up and all these things. And I just grew out of it. And the biggest thing that made me grow when I became a mother, everything changed because I didn't want my daughter to soak up anger or like a fight mentality. I didn't want it. I wanted her to have peace. I wanted her to know that life doesn't need to feel overwhelming, gross, reactionary all the time. So, if you are constantly prioritizing everyone else's emergency, low paying tasks, overall panic, overbook schedules, you lose creativity, calm, and your CEO brain goes out the window. You could really probably use a reset, thinking time, and planning time because those are not wasted. That is strategy. All right. If you are in a growth season, I want you to really try to prioritize visibility. If someone is trying to grow bookings, they need to spend more time on showing up online, posting their work, talking on stories, following up, getting in front of planners, getting in front of venues, getting in front of photographers, people who are higher in the funnel than you, building social proof that you know what the hell you're doing, updating your website so that it speaks to your ideal client and has somebody say, oh yeah, love this person. If people do not know you exist, your business has a visibility problem, not just a talent problem. If you are in a scaling season, let's just say you're scaling your business big time, you need to prioritize your systems. If you are already booking and already busy, and I mean, the best use of your time at this point is team training, systems, boundaries, outsourcing, refining offers, profitability, workflow improvements. Different seasons require different priorities, but if you are in this scaling, like all of a sudden, holy shit, it's happening, you need to have systems in place that support so everything doesn't crumble and you go backwards. So try to make sure that you have some time, some spaghetti is not filling every square inch of your plate. So you actually can have the time that your business and the business growth that you want deserves. So, busy does not automatically mean effective, you guys. Urgent is not always important. Revenue producing activities deserve your best energy. And your business growth, when your priorities are get sharper, is only going to explode. Peace is also a very productive use of your time. Thank you so much for listening, flower friends. I hope this episode was helpful. Please follow along on Instagram at the Floral CEO. And if you are ever interested in elevating your business, if you're ready to take your business to the next level, the Floral CEO Mastermind is where you need to be. It is the most supportive, immersive. The amount of help that you get directly from me is crazy at this price point, you guys. Like, I have made this exactly what I wish I had when I was probably trying to do the same thing you are trying to do. If you are wanting to grow your business, wanting to make more money, but want to have more peace, more like calm in your life, not always feeling like you're on a hamster wheel that's not going anywhere, not going another year, going next year, I want to try to make more money. Next year, I want to try to pay myself. Next year, I'm going to do things differently because today is a new day and we can start today with all of those things. And the Floral CEO Mastermind helps support you in doing so. Check out floralceo.com/mastermind or head to the show notes for more details. This is the place that will change the game for you. And if you've been stuck on the hamster wheel, it's time to get off. Thank you so much for listening, flower friends, and you have an amazing flower field day.